Hello everyone, I'm Stephanie Newton with StephanieNewtonHomeopathy.com, and today I'm talking to you about a case study of mine, specifically with the remedy Cobaltum. And if you are not familiar with what homeopathy is, do check out this video here. And just so you know, they look like these. They come in little packages like these. They're little like white pellets. That's what you would find at the local grocery store or health food store. And they would look more like this if they came from a pharmacy that you order from online in these little brown bottles, little pellets. Sometimes they come in liquid form too. So they are not herbs or supplements, and you can check out in the video what homeopathy is exactly, because it's a unique type of medicine, system of medicine. So Cobaltum is not a super common remedy. I don't even know if you can buy it over the counter. I think it has to be ordered from a pharmacy. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it's one of those that you can't just go to the store and purchase. It's usually something that is going to be recommended from a homeopath. And so the point of going over this particular remedy is not necessarily so that you can go out and get this remedy, although you might recognize that somebody you know needs it and you could get it from a homeopath or talk to a homeopath about it. But it's more just for you to see like how a remedy matches with a case and what the outcome can be, and what you can sort of expect from a constitutional remedy. And I go over that in the video, what is homeopathy. I go over what a constitutional remedy is, but it's basically a remedy that is uniquely chosen for your case based on the totality of your symptoms and just everything that you present in the time that you meet with the homeopath. So Cobaltum is a mineral remedy, obviously made from cobalt, and it is in the ferrum series on the periodic table. So let's say I can't do it backwards. Cobalt right here in the middle of the ferrum series, which means the iron series. So we do actually can prescribe off of the periodic table. That's a special one for homeopathy. So one of the biggest features of Cobaltum is a feeling like a criminal, or like you're being examined or you're being criticized. Now, somebody could feel this way if they're actually running from the police, or they can feel this way if that's just sort of who they are. They tend to get defensive easily or feel guilty easily, or feel like they're being examined all the time. So, there are times that we can feel that way when it's actually happening. Maybe we're sitting for an exam. Maybe we are, I don't know, being auditioned or something, and we're under harsh criticism. However, sometimes people just feel this way. Have you ever met someone who like they act guilty all the time? They act like you're criticizing them when you're not. There's just a quick defensive posture. And this can equal feelings of worthlessness and uncertainty. So somebody who inherently feels worthless will also feel guilty or feel like they're doing something wrong or feel like they're being examined and criticized. So this sort of all goes together. And maybe they don't feel worthless, but they feel uncertain about themselves. Somebody who's just hesitant about themselves, a little bit unsure of themselves. So that's a big feature of the case. And then there can be a lot of exhilaration and mental excitement. It's backwards on my screen. There's nothing wrong with feeling exhilarated, but if you feel that way all the time and you're going around acting that way all the time, it can almost be like an expression of stress. You're just like almost like you're not in your body. You're sort of trying to rise up above daily life. You're just exhilarated. You're mentally excited all the time. Think of somebody who's like this. You know what I mean? So exhilaration and mental excitement to a fault, or to a dysfunctional degree. They might be moody. So their moods are like up and down. So I had a case like this, and I did get permission from the mom, but I'm not going to give any identifying information about the case. So basically what the case features were, there was definitely worthlessness in the things that the person would say. There was a lot of moving and jumping. So the exhilaration and mental excitement can come across as like hyperactivity and just like a kid who's like running around. A lot of moving around, moving from one thing to the next and jumping. There was a lot of feeling unloved in this case, even though his parents were both present and loving. There was defiance and impatience, and there was mischievousness, and there was anger, and after school, and he was taking it all in. She said that she felt like he was taking it all in at school. So there's moodiness, that was the anger after school. There was the constant, moving around, the exhilaration. There was, and then like the worthlessness and feeling unloved. And so there was sort of like a guilty feeling that was almost making him act out before he was even getting in trouble, was what the mom and I were feeling. So I went ahead and gave Cobaltum phos, which is cobaltum and phosphorus together. So like a compound remedy. And I'm not going to go into that because it would just be a little too confusing for this just case study presentation. I also gave him a flower essence called Mugwort Flower Essence. And this one, the characteristics of this can be hysteria or emotionality. They can't integrate their dreams and out of touch with the physical world, or like ungrounded. So again, like moving around all over the place, just seems like they're just like this, but not like grounded in their body. So, all right, so now I'm going to talk about what the mom said after. Eli, what are you doing? No, not when I'm video recording. The mom's comments after trying this protocol were that he is now calm and agreeable. He's not angry after school. He's less influenced by external influences, although that was still there a little bit, and that's what we were continuing to work on. Meaning like taking in other people's emotions and energy and things like that. She said that he is his lovable self again. He feels good about himself. He's really happy with the way, or we are really happy with the way he is interpersonally. And the way he's acting in our family. He does what he needs to do in the morning. She said, "Thank you for everything you do for our family. I feel just blessed to have this connection." And that's how I think a lot of people feel when they see their kids come into some sort of an emotional homeostasis. I know that's how I felt when both of my kids really benefited from homeopathy. I don't think my kids have ever taken Cobaltum, but we've taken a lot of different remedies. And I remember that feeling too, like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And actually, it's interesting when she said he is his lovable self again. The one thing I hear a lot from people when doing homeopathy, and this is not something that people are seeking out, but it just seems to be like an added benefit, but that I hear a lot, is that their kids are more affectionate. And I know that like my boys are very affectionate with me, even though they're like preteen and teen. And I get that comment a lot from people, like, your boys are so affectionate. And I think it's just sort of like one of those icings on the cake that people get when they use homeopathy for anyone, really. I mean, I think adults can become that way as well. So anyway, that is a case study of mine. And I don't know, I mean, maybe you'll see yourself or someone you know in this state and Cobaltum could help them. I don't recommend self-prescribing a remedy such as Cobaltum that's not, given over the counter, because you have to know which potency and how often to dose it and what to look for and when to go up in potency, etc. It can be a bit of a complex system of medicine to do on your own, but the more you know, the more you're likely to achieve success when you're working with a homeopath. And I will be doing more case studies, so stay tuned. If you liked the video, please give me a like and subscribe if you want more information like this. Talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.